development testing. After testing, you can go to the country where the competition is holding on. So it should be like, okay, development, after that testing, again development, again testing, again development. It should be in that kind of cycle. So we have to test the final product, not the single modules. So remember that developing the complete robot in earlier part will help you a lot. So
Yes, yes, yes.
that is the main
So
preparation technique I would
yes,
explain.
the preparation is a complete R&D work that is to be done by the candidates. My tips would be, first of all, you need to dedicate continuous 5 hours a day. That is bare minimum. That 5 hours a day you work on your robot with your team member continuously without any means interruptions or anything. Because if any interruption comes, you are visiting your lectures or you're watching something, it will break your flow, and the flow need not to be cut down. The second tip would be what I call is a skill journal. The candidate, this is for all the skills. The candidates should have their skill journal. Skill journal is basically a log that the student should maintain in a notebook by writing down the date and time on the top, and whatever minutes of meeting they have with their counterpart, they should write it down with it. They should have the points mentioned by their mentor, and whatever problem they face, they should write it down. Problem colon the problem that is they have identified, and highlight it with a highlighter. So the next time, whenever they find a solution to that problem, they should write it down. Because if the problem has occurred once, the same problem will occur again. And at that time, they should not again focus on R&D, but they should really directly apply the solution that they have got. That would be the next preparation technique. And one more preparation technique would be that many of the participants misinterpret the test project. So what is written in the test project is a completely textured document. There are very less visuals, and you need to know the test project very well to score marks. So like in the 2019 test project, till 1 or 2 months, the teams thought that the robot can pick only one ball at a time. But there was a catch in the test project that you can pick as many balls as possible. So that is a huge part over there. Picking up just one ball at a time and picking up multiple balls at the same time gives you a lot of time for the completion of the task. So this reading of the test project again and again and finding out these kind of catchy points is important. So heading towards the next question, I think I'll be able to answer it. Which time mobile robotics competition is going to start? So the state levels, those who are left, regional level of the competition would start. So if competitors have been selected from the state level of the competition, then you have time till August. The regionals will start in the month of August. And the test project will be given to the candidates 1 month in advance. So candidates will have 1 month period of time to develop their robot according to the test project. The next question is interfacing third-party hardware with MyRio. Have you done it, Kamal?
Yeah, we have done. So it's not. We have just tried with some other own electronics like microcontrollers. So we did it in local things. So we haven't implemented in final day competition. We just used MyRio and other things. But after that we tried how to interface MyRio with Arduino. So I just when I was working in research after the WorldSkills, so I bought MyRio myself and I tried to integrate it with Arduino. I tried to integrate it with Raspberry Pi, and I also tried to integrate multiple MyRios. I created the robots with Slam. So those things I tried, and it will help actually. When I was looking at Japan's robot, so they used multiple Arduinos to control their robot. They didn't stop with MyRio. And my problem is with my robot I used only MyRio. And all other hardware goes to MyRio and it will work, and it worked fine. So it's not anything wrong that you are just stopping with MyRio or you are choosing second hardware. But definitely there are possibilities to integrate third-party hardware. And I also recommend you to go explore and have a knowledge about connection between third party, so that if you are having any requirement, for example, you need to control separate PID control for a motor, then you can implement it. So
Yes.
So it will be helpful.
Yeah. So talking about the third-party hardware, what we have seen is that third-party hardwares support three of the technologies, communication technologies. One is UART, the second one is SPI, and the third one is I2C. So most probably students should prefer I2C with Myrio, because UART communication requires UART and SPI specifically requires a lot of FPGA interferences, since Myrio is capable of FPGA programming as well. And the I2C is a very well-known communication protocol, and most of the sensors in their technical description or the document which comes with the sensors, they provide the interface codes for the I2C. So I2C would be a good answer for interfacing the third-party hardware. And as you said, even I have done interfacing of Arduino with Myrio. So the best part of it is that you can do the communication between Arduino and Myrio very easily by connecting the TX and RX pins, first of all. So you can do the communication directly. And the second is, if you are able to easily configure your third-party hardwares on Arduino, since open source codes are available for Arduino, you can put your third-party hardwares on Arduino and give that data to Myrio using the TX-RX communication.
Yes.
So that would be a good option for the candidates. So it will save power for Myrio as well, since it will not matter much, but because Myrio is a very powerful tool, but maybe it will help you to accumulate more pins or more motors to your robot.
Yes.
So that is all that we have received from the form. So maybe we can see some chat window. People have posted questions over there itself. So the question is, student has asked whether we are going to use Arduino or which module is to be used. So for regional level of the competition, we are yet to finalize the controller, but it would be an open source controller which would be readily available in the market. It might be Arduino, so there would be a catch. Yes, regional level of the competition is going to be tough, and maybe it would require image processing. So you need to find alternatives with Arduino as well. We want students to think out of the mind. Arduino is a good platform. Arduino Mega can be used in the regional level of the competition. Then the next question is, again, another key answer I want to give to the students is that Arduino is programmed by LabVIEW. So one of the reasons that why we are preferring Arduino is because it is cheap to purchase. And the second thing is that you can get easily trained in LabVIEW using Arduino. Myrio will cost a hell lot of money. We don't want the students or the colleges to engage in that, because afterwards we are going to train you with that. So we would encourage students to start using Arduino with LabVIEW. So yeah, that would be great. And then the next question is how to derive kit. Kit is same for everyone. Okay, so yes, Hunar Pro has developed a WorldSkills kit. So you can purchase the kit directly from Hunar Pro's website, or secondly, you can check the content, material content, and you can use the same material if it is readily available around you. So both the options are available. At the end, it matters that you use the same components. So either you can purchase it through Hunar Pro, the complete kit, or you can purchase it single components through your local vendors. So both the things are possible, but you should wait for the further guidelines, since due to COVID situation, lot of time has been already gone by. So you should wait for some official guidelines. Once you qualify the state level, then you can go ahead for the kits for regional level, and all the notification will be given to the selected candidates. Okay, so another question is, can require same design. So I think the student Sabir wants to ask whether the all the robots should have the same design. No, Sabir, different designs are encouraged. No two people can have the same design. It's your imagination and it's your calculations how you want to design your robot. So I think that's all the questions that we have. So
few questions like to ask from my side, Karan. So how you are telling the people to, the participants to prepare during this COVID time? Like they are not they are not going to colleges, or they are not meeting their friends, and how you are giving a guidelines to them to prepare this time.
Yes. So a very nice question, Kamal, and I have conducted a separate session for this on telling the students how they can prepare. So there is one open source platform called Tinkercad online, where you can simulate your hardware and your electronics as well. So Tinkercad is a very nice tool. Students should go on that Tinkercad. They can, if they don't have the hardware with them, the electronics hardware with them, they can easily draw the circuits, make the circuits, and program them. So the complete simulation can be done on Tinkercad. The next part is if they have no knowledge about CAD designing or building up the robot, they can use Tinkercad's CAD tool as well for designing the robot and to check other robots how they are designed. So many of the laptops don't support CATIA or some other CAD softwares due to the higher configuration. So this is a simple website, Tinkercad, Tinkercad. Students can use for electronic simulations also and for mechanical simulations also, and they can learn and practice through that. So that would be my suggestion to them. And it is a very nice tool. I really appreciate Autodesk. They have developed this tool. It is perfect for anyone to work virtually.
Yeah. You got another question in chat box.
Okay, we have got a question. What task the robot needs to done in the regional level? So Ashish, we have already mentioned that the robot needs to do the discrete tasks first. Second, the robot needs to do the manual operation. Third, it needs to do the tele operation, and the final, it should do a autonomous task. In the autonomous task, with a single press of a button, you won't be allowed to touch your keyboard or any other button on the robot. It should work on its own and complete the task. So if you are asking specifically what task it is, then please wait for the test project. It is a suspense. Sabir is asking, what is problem statement in the state level competition? Sabir, it depends on which state are you in and what the state has decided. The test project is going to be common in regional level of the competition, but the state level, it is decided by the states. So you will have to wait for the guidelines through your state government.
So when is regional level is actually going to?
Maybe in the month of August. So August, the first regional level of the competition should be through.
Okay.
Because by the end of July, all the state level competitions needs to be over.
Okay. Then they'll have only few days to prepare for regionals, right?
Yes. So the formula over here is that each and every candidate will get 1 month in advance. So the states which have completed the competition by now, many of the states have already completed the competition, the state level. They'll be getting into the first level of regional round. Then whichever completes the regional level at the end of July, they'll have the 1 month and they'll do the regional level of the competition in September.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. So our focus is that everyone should get a 1 month period of time to prepare.
Okay.
So I think we don't have any more questions. Thank you, Kamal, for being with us, and we want you to continue with us and encourage students more and more. And we would definitely like you to shed more and more insights along with your partner as well. And this kind of a session is really helpful for students to prepare for the competition. I think during your and my time, this kind of a session were not there, and that's the reason we could have done a lot. But now, not any there's no problem now. Candidates are more connected and they can reach out to you also through social media. Students can reach out to me as well through social media or ESSCI, and those questions will definitely be addressed directly by any of us. So thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you to all the participants for joining us today. We'll end the session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kamal.
Thanks a lot, Karan.
Stay safe.
Yeah.